America has a problem.
Pick up another call in the parking lot to song. Are you with me? We're standing with the roof gone. I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Can you pick it on the phone? Make you haul and I know you need to go slow.
Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Let me give a disclaimer over here. We talk about everything from political to crime and such, right? And speaking of crime, in June, I will be doing my best to go out to McKinney, Texas, which is not far from me, and I will be covering the Carmelo Anthony trial. So I just want to let you guys know that. All right. Oh Lord, I'm going to do a brief little live about something going on. So the UK has decided to jump in. And in a word that Saudi Arabia is upset with the US. Child. So the prime ministers came out yesterday. It's a thing called mind your business. Okay? Excuse me. And they just not minding their business. You can't not minding their damn business. Like, let me just show y'all.
Yesterday, I spoke to you about the situation in the Gulf and explained that the United Kingdom was not involved in the strikes on Iran. That remains the case.
Okay.
Over the last 2 days, Iran has launched sustained attacks across the region at countries who did not attack them. They've hit airports and hotels where British citizens are staying. This is clearly a dangerous situation. We have at least 200,000 British citizens in the region, residents, families on holiday, and those in transit.
Good morning.
I ask all our people in the region to please register your presence and follow Foreign Office travel advice.
No, Brandy, I just got started. I think the only thing y'all probably missed is that starting in June, let me close my door so I won't be covered. Starting in June, I will be covering the Carmelo Anthony trial here in Texas. That's the only thing y'all miss. Good afternoon. Good morning, afternoon to everybody.
I know this is a deeply worrying time, and we will continue to do all we can to support you. Our armed forces, who are located across the region, are also being put at risk by Iran's actions. Yesterday, Iran hit a military base in Bahrain, narrowly missing British personnel. The death of the supreme leader will not stop Iran from launching these strikes. Their approach is becoming even more reckless and more dangerous to civilians. Our decision that the UK would not be involved with the strikes on Iran was deliberate, not least because we believe that the best way forward for the region and for the world is a negotiated settlement, one in which Iran agrees to give up any aspirations to develop a nuclear weapon.
It's okay, long hair.
But Iran is striking British interests nonetheless and putting British people at huge risk, along with our allies across the region. That is the situation we face today. Our partners in the Gulf have asked us to do more to defend them, and it is my duty to protect British lives. We have British jets in the air as part of coordinated defensive operations, which have already successfully intercepted Iranian strikes. But the only way to stop the threat is to destroy the missiles at source, in their storage depots, or the launchers which are used to fire the missiles. The United States has requested permission to use British bases for that specific and limited defensive purpose. We have taken the decision to accept this request to prevent Iran firing missiles across the region, killing innocent civilians, putting British lives at risk, and hitting countries that have not been involved. The basis of our decision is the collective self-defense of long-standing friends and allies and protecting British lives. That is in accordance with international law, and we are publishing a summary of our legal advice. We are not joining these strikes, but we will continue with our defensive actions in the region. And we will also bring experts from Ukraine together with our own experts to help Gulf partners shoot down Iranian drones attacking them. I want to be very clear. We all remember the mistakes of Iraq, and we have learned those lessons. We were not involved in the initial strikes on Iran, and we will not join offensive action now. But Iran is pursuing a scorched earth strategy. So we are supporting the collective self-defense of our allies and our people in the region, because that is our duty to the British people. It is the best way to eliminate the urgent threat and prevent the situation spiraling further. This is the British government protecting British interests and British lives. Yesterday, I spoke to you about the situation.
Someone say, why can't it be like Spain and France and stay out of it? I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not understanding.
Here's where things stand 2 days after the U.S. and Israel attacked Iran. The UK is allowing the U.S. to launch attacks on Iran from British bases, even though the UK itself claims that it learned from the invasion of Iraq and refuses to take part in the war. A British base in Cyprus that's been used to refuel the U.S.'s and Israel's warplanes was hit by a strike. Iran says its attacks have been devastating. They say they put a U.S. base in Kuwait completely out of service and severely damaged another in Bahrain. They also report hitting the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier and killing
Yes, y'all finna hear how many was just unalive within 24 to 48 hours or hurt.
for wounding 560 U.S. troops so far. They say they targeted one of Netanyahu's offices and his condition is unknown. U.S. forces bombed a maternity ward in Iran, forcing the transfer of survivors, including newborn babies still in their incubators. An Iranian girls' school was destroyed by an airstrike by the U.S. and Israel. Rescue workers are pulling bodies from the rubble, and there are reports of at least 165 people who were killed, most of them being children. An Amazon data center in the UAE was also destroyed. The U.S. military is taking losses on its own. 3 American F-15 fighter jets crashed in Kuwait. That's millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. The economic consequences are spreading. Qatar, one of the world's largest energy suppliers, has completely stopped its production of liquefied natural gas after its facilities were hit. This has sent gas prices in Europe soaring by more than 30%, has driven oil prices up worldwide. The UAE was forced to close its own stock market for 2 days. Saudi officials accuse the United States of abandoning them. They say the U.S. pulled its air defenses away from the Gulf countries to protect Israel, leaving Saudi Arabia and others exposed to Iranian strikes on the U.S. military base bases that are being hosted in their countries. And despite launching a war with Iran and attacking Lebanon, Israel has closed the borders again and is preventing aid from coming into Gaza. The World Central Kitchen says it will run out of food by the end of the week, and they feed 1 million people. They make 1 million meals. A new poll shows that only 27% of Americans approve of the military attacks, while 43% disapprove. The guy in the White House and the Pentagon said that there will probably be more American soldiers coming home in flag-covered coffins.
Yeah. So Saudi Arabia is upset with the U.S. at this point. I'm trying to see if I can find it. From what I'm understanding, Saudi Arabia say, "Oh, we got left here." Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, they pissed. I just saw that. Let me open up another tab for my Instagram. It makes no sense, y'all. Let me go to this person page. Oh, this I forgot to show y'all. The leader of Rwanda. Child. Hold on. The Rwanda president shuts down over 60,000 churches and Moscow's mandates theology degrees for religious leaders. Stop playing with people's faith and making it a business. So people that's not doing what they're supposed to do, putting it as focusing on faith and all of this and using it as a ploy, is what I've been saying. They've been playing with people's faith lately. He not having it. He not having it at all. Let me go to this dude page. Let me see. Yeah, it's loading. Pretty much. This is crazy.
As we all know, Israel had to clap back at Hezbollah because Hezbollah is in Beirut, Lebanon. And so Israel was clapping back on Hezbollah because Hezbollah was hitting the shit out of Israel. Now, mind you, because of this, Lebanon, their parliament and their government was like, hold on, Hezbollah, y'all doing too much. We trying to be okay over here, and here you are starting some shit from Beirut, and we don't even want to be involved. So Lebanon said, listen, Hezbollah, if you fire another missile, if you fire another shot, bitch, we're going to have to strike you down. And we're firing back. And bitch, we don't want to pick a side. That's the side that we're going to stay on because this is our land. And you're using our land to start that war over there. So stop it and be neutral and find a different spot. Bitch, stay tuned. And let's see what happens. Let's see how Hezbollah responds. Girl, Saudi Arabia is pissed at the U.S. Girl, let me tell you why. For starters, Dukiana went on his Truth Social and said that Saudi Arabia...
Just to let y'all know, that Truth Social is really going to get him. It's a mess. Because he stay on the Truth Social. He stay on it.
Backed the decision of Israel and the U.S. conducting strikes on Iran. And Saudi Arabia was like, Habibi, we ain't never said that, bitch. Where you get this from? We ain't ever said that. Bitch, you're a liar. And now a Saudi official is stating that the U.S. has abandoned Saudi Arabia, considering they let them come into their country, the U.S. military, and station there. And now that shit is lit up. And they feel abandoned by the U.S. Girl, shit is getting interesting. Because now we're seeing the tides kind of turn between U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Now let's see if Saudi Arabia flips and goes on Iran's side. Now that would be interesting. Girl, shit is open. Shit is open. I don't know where the shit is gonna land, but shit is open. Goddamn, stay tuned. Woo!
Hey.
Girl, Saudi Arabia is pissed.
They mad. They say, so y'all, Saudi Arabia say, excuse me. Let me tell y'all something. That True Social, it's gonna get that man in some mess. He need to just mind his business at this point, because there is no way that you sit your tail on True Socials after you done started all this mess and just blatantly do this. Yeah, he funny. I like him, Booker. Oh, it's another one. It's a couple of them. I even look at here's why Kevin, he posts stuff, but he don't, talk on it, but he does post. He try to be boots on the ground and stuff, lately with this midterms coming up. So listen to this.
Of Iran is going to be determined by the Iranian people.
Pause. How Lindsey Graham, I want to ask you something, because y'all like to come out here and put on your little fight gloves and want to fight. How he want peace when he is sitting here just doing stuff without having a conversation? How do you want peace when you doing stuff without going to the people and having a conversation? Because they were supposed to vote on this today. So he decided to do this 48 hours ago. They were supposed to vote for this situation. So what peace do he want? I ain't see, it's funny how, I just want peace, but you want to put your dukes up. It don't make sense.
The new Iran, whatever it is,
we don't want this.
Whether it's a cleric or a representative.
We didn't ask for this. This is why we didn't want him there. We tired of this. It's enough that all this stuff is going up. It's enough. We didn't want him there. He wanted to put his Billy Bad wannabe little boy syndrome tail in office. We didn't want this. We didn't want this. We've been minding our damn business. We've been sitting here trying to make crap work because he want to snatch everything and that like he Jesus Christ is signing a goddamn Bible talking about his Bible. Okay? He's sick. He needs help. He needs a therapist. The biggest narcissist I ever seen in the world. That anybody want to say about a narcissist is that man. That is a narc. Huge. Yeah. Yes. This is a mess.
Representative democracy. Our goal is to make sure it cannot become, again, the largest state sponsor of terrorism. That's a win for us.
But is there a plan to make sure that happens, Senator? Is there a plan? Does the president have a plan to guarantee that happens?
No.
No, it's not his job or my job to do this.
Oh, my God. He finna piss me off. He over South Carolina. First of all, y'all was supposed to have a conversation about this mess Monday. Obama already had passed for them to do business with them. He trying to demolish it. He don't got no plan. He just doing stuff.
We are going to have regional war breaking out. It won't be the billionaire kids of Donald Trump and his buddies that die. It's going to be the children of middle class and poor families all across this country who are going to die for a war of choice, a war of vanity, an illegal war. We are going to have regional war breaking out. It won't be the billionaire kids of Donald Trump and his buddies that die. It's going to be the children of middle class and poor families all across this country who are going to die for a war of choice, a war of vanity, an illegal war. We are going to have regional war breaking out. It won't be the billionaire kids of Donald Trump and his buddies that die. It's going to be the children of
590 troops. Sisters has started. 590. They're already saying it's going to be more. And he and his kids will be sitting at a round table talking about billions of dollars and how to keep them and get them. Houseway.
If there is a war powers vote, Senator, will you be a yes?
Well, I'm going to have to take a close look at it. I want to hear from the White House what their strategy is going forward. I would say at this point, it's rather unlikely.
He already started it. Y'all ain't got, he basically said F y'all. Why do y'all keep saying it? Well, let's have a call. He said F y'all. The only thing y'all need to be having a discussion about is how to get him the hell up out of there. Impeachment, something. He already said F y'all. What else do you need to know? The man did it without y'all anyway. But go ahead.
Likely that I would be. They went into this without any discussion with us ahead of time.
If there is a war powers vote, Senator, will you be a yes?
No.
Well, I'm going to have to take a close look at it.
There's no point of doing it because they did it without him anyway.
The movement.
Now listen, hold on, before I play him, and it's no shade. Exactly. And it didn't, because they're supposed to have this conversation today. He was in Mar-a-Lago and he did it Saturday morning, Friday night, Saturday, going into Saturday morning. I'm not sure the time over there, but he did it without talking because they had already had a conversation. Because from what I understood was that Obama had already had this conversation with them and it was fine. That's why everything was copacetic. Now, the reason why, and now everything is coming full circle. So let me stop sharing real quick and we're going to get back to him. There was on the orange man, because of the fact was he was trying to stop this. And I was like, dang, they put that out, but we never knew why that was out. So D.L. Hughley shared this yesterday, and I say, you know what? He sure did before he left that office. Obama sat there and already had a nuclear deal, and he was working perfectively as Iran completely stopped its nuclear weapons program. Trump ripped it up when he came into office, choosing a policy of maximum pressure. Instead, so he's now launching a war. That is true. Because we didn't have these problems. So their issue was he was already trying to come in and do that after short man, the other short man at the other eye country, no shade, sat here and wanted to try to, man, I keep telling folks, all these Antifa folks, we Gaza this, Gaza that, but y'all ain't talking about how that man was walking with that man. Behooves me, because it's been sitting right in y'all Antifa face, and the only time y'all care about Gaza and when it got something to do with a black person running. And we sit here as black people, kept telling y'all tale who was really going against them, but you continue to sit here and act like you ain't see shit. Oh, damn well, congratulations. So let's get to Nick. Because that's exactly what happened. Because I kept saying, man, y'all talking about Jasmine Crockett and Kamala Harris, all the black people. Have y'all paid attention to all these other folks? No, we just see. Okay, so that now it's in your face. Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because this man has sat here and did so. What are you going to do? Ridiculous. So let's get to Nick. Nick Griffin Fuentes, oh my God, they're not doing enough to be and people go back. This old Billy Goat got something to say. Y'all gonna be surprised, because I was like, oh, not Mr. Hit 'em up style.
There's something else now. And what we need in 2020.
That part. I don't know what's in them files. But I tell you this, honey, whatever is in them files, it is nasty, nasty work. Nasty.
28, this is our last chance. We need in 2026 for this administration to be shut the fuck down. What does this administration do other than cover up the Epstein files, embezzle money through government contracts, and bring us to war?
Well, we've been told y'all that. I hope nobody have any natural disasters, because $6 million of FEMA funds have went to Kristi Noem. and her people, her little couplets of Muppets. Yeah.
Or for Israel.
6
This
million.
administration needs to be shut down immediately. Do not vote in the midterms. And if you do, vote for Democrats. Fuck this. That is what the Republicans deliver. That is what our golden age looks like. The movement is something else now. And what we need in 2028, this is our last chance. We need in 2026 for this administration to be shut the fuck down.
This is shocking. I mean, I'm not shocked. But now y'all was so, oh, him, oh, God, yeah, they can do this and that. Criminals, woo. And now y'all don't want to go to war. Y'all scared. Y'all don't want y'all money tampered with. So it's, oh, no. So now y'all want to jump on the train. You know, Malcolm X said the evolution will not be televised. Revolution, I'm sorry. And I feel like the revolution won't be televised because everybody is going to stand the heck up against this administration. You know, shout out to Malcolm X. I really believe it won't be televised. I think we're getting closer to it not being on television. I think we're getting closer. We just need to be prepared, y'all, because it won't be televised. People are getting tired. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so as they're trying to take away the Department of Education, and they're voting on your children to have a Trump Bible in school. Yeah, you heard what I said. The Trump, not the Bible, but that's also adultery, and you're not supposed to redo the Bible for your own thing. His Bible. That's against law that God don't want for nobody to tamper because that's his words, right? You know, he like playing God. So the administration hung a banner with Charlie Kirk photo at the U.S. Department of Education. The banner refers to him as American hero. I know you lie. Guess who next to, oh my God. Alongside Booker T. Washington and Catherine Burcher, two 19th century education theories. First of all, that's disrespectful because Booker T. Booker T. Washington. Yes, Booker T. Washington. Who the hell? You know, she working overtime to, you know what's funny? You know what? Let me shut up because I don't want them to talk. I'm going to make me a Patreon because the way that this woman is working overtime to have her stuff excuse is beyond me. Y'all, this is trending. And I am, yes, girl. Yes. And there's a Bible. Yes. Ain't lying. I promise you, Nicki Minaj got that Bible signed by him with her crazy tail. She can't even say Psalms right. So, social media is trending in a big way. They say if he want to start unnecessary war with Iran, he should send his youngest son to fight. The hashtag Send Barron is trending on X. Users are making AI images of Barron being drafted to the military. So everybody's saying if you want to send folks, send his child. Ooh, and hey, a lot of people ain't blaming. Now this is what's going on over there. So let me explain this. Girl, yes, the whole time they talking about a woman was an antichrist. It was the whole time. It was, let me tell you something. I don't know what it's going to take for women to understand first of all, I love my Christian women. I love Christian women who stand on business. I told y'all that, right? But for some of these Christian women, y'all are leaders under men when men are most dangerous. We have seen these palm-colored men be dangerous lately. And I don't understand why nobody understanding that he was, because I remember the whole thing when Kamala was running that she was the Antichrist. And it made me question and made me come. Let me tell you something. I haven't been under a religion in the past 6 years. Because what I came to find, I always say, when I lost my parents, I went through a rebirth. I had to learn things over. I had to know who I was again. I'm not under a religion. I'm under a relationship with God. And that means understanding that there's a lot of things that form. See, a religion is a thing of putting you under what you are. And my auntie, she's an evangelist. She talk about God all the time. This woman was in the church, over the church. She even said that she is not in the pool of religion. She just have a relationship with God. And that's okay. You don't have to be under a religion, because Christianity is under for you to approve to sit here and low to men. And I don't think nobody understand that yet. God ain't say for you to be at the bottom of the foot of a man. He say you are equally yoked. When he mean equally yoked, that's what he meant. He didn't say behind, under, on your knee. He said equal. Equal. When he say for the husband to cover, that's what he mean. He not you cover your husband. He's supposed to cover you. That's what he means. You're equally yoked. We are the same. We are a team. We are in this together. Y'all women sat here and called that woman an antichrist because y'all the same ones under men who don't want you to have nothing for yourself, who don't want you to grow, who thinks of you as a baby making machine, who thinks that, oh, if I get married, y'all got a lot to learn, baby. Y'all really going backwards. Women didn't fight for y'all to have your own bank accounts from these men for no reason. When some of your grandmamas had black eyes and had no choice but to stay. You don't have to stay. Okay? Hey, CC Life, you don't have to stay. Trust me, you really don't. And that's what they're mad about. You give life. You are the choice that have a life that come through with and do everything to come into this world. They just choose to put it in you. It's up to you what you do with it. You make a home out of nothing. You turn a home into something. You make, like, come on now. Yes. And that's what pissed me off. It was one black woman I saw, her husband is a Christian, and he come on here. And she talking about God, really? I say, I know you lied. I say, she been real quiet. I say, did she regret her vote? Honey, she came in here on here 2-3 months later, and her husband was the first people talking about something they regretted. I seen women who were married and they voted for Harris and their husband voted for Trump. Mm-hmm. And then the wife told him, you making the wrong decision now. And he told her, he said, you were right. Folks gonna stop. Folks gonna pay attention. So before I play this is what's going on. They're standing outside. They're looking at these missiles go across each other. And guess what land it's in? This is interesting, in Jerusalem. Now we all know what Jerusalem entails. So as y'all know, Africa and Iran and all of them was all a big country, and it broke off right before, after Christ, right? It's in the history book, okay? And they traders and stuff. That's why you see some black people. The Holy Land, they went to Jerusalem. As you know, Egypt and all of that is part of the Holy Land, okay? Let's be for real. But my thing, exactly. Oh, honey, they upset. But my thing is, no, they're not ready for it, but they better get ready for it and understand what it is, because, like I say, that man ain't of God. He ain't of God. He's not. These folks standing outside and they look at this.
Whoa! Holy shit! Oh my God! Yo!
What we're talking.
You looking, before we get into her tale, you looking up at the sky. You see stuff going past over you. And you like, what? Oh my God. I would, oh my God, too, because what the hell? Child. All right, so Miss wanna fight everybody and Paula. Baby, they told her up. They told her a new one yesterday. I'ma play it. So she said, on her defense of Donald Trump authorized attacks against Iran, Joint reminded her that she condemned President Biden for taking similar actions without congressional approval. Everything is going according to plan. Listen to what she say. Now, this is Amber Rose and Nicki Minaj's friend. This the one that Nicki Minaj called when she wanted to sit here and start this stuff. Listen, you ain't the only person, because I don't know how we'll act seeing that mess. So this heifer, I'm gonna let y'all hear what Luna had to say. This Amber Rose and Nicki Minaj friend, you could tell by the plastic face. But anyway.
Talking about is the standard for the commander-in-chief to commit our sons and daughters in the military to war, and going to war when it is in the national interest, and making that case to America and going to Congress and getting approval for war. So you are saying this is a limited mission that is only bomb strikes, so there is no congressional authorization necessary. How is this different from when Joe Biden bombed the Houthi rebels in Yemen without congressional authorization, and you oppose that?
There is a direct and imminent threat, I just stated, to American forces, and I outlined that both two cases. In addition to the nuclear enrichment, which is, by the way, bipartisanly supported, the U.S. Congress is against Iran having that program. I will firmly back the president. Secondly, what the president has been very specific about is that we will not put boots on the ground there, period. Case closed. We will not vote on having a war with Iran because as of right now, according to the plan, which I won't.
I want y'all MAGA people to understand something. Because the Republicans always like, listen, we understand what y'all saying. And there's no disrespect. We know we got effed up people. We trying to get them out. Y'all sitting here defending and holding them up like they a statue that you can't drop, and it's the last custom made one. We not doing that. We saying, hey, they not with us, you're going. We don't give a damn who you are. Y'all care. Y'all give a darn. Y'all the ones that upholding this. Exactly. Because America don't know how to mind their business. Ever since America was taken over, because it wasn't America, and the news flashed to y'all, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California was part of Mexico. So I'm trying to figure out why y'all sitting here telling people where they can and can't go when they was over it first anyway. But I digress. But anyway, as I was saying, we never can mind our business, because if you look at the history of how America became what it is, they didn't mind their business. And when y'all get mad at us because we not lying, black people have said this. It's always one of them folks in our damn business. And it's no lie. It is. Baby, it's always. And shout out to the palm color people like, yeah, we got to mind our business. Listen, to my white folks that be over here, that be on my side, y'all be like, yeah, we got to mind our business. I'm seeing white folks now, that had nothing to do with us. It had nothing to do with us. I'm telling y'all. I have seen white people say, I don't understand. I know, right? It was like, black people are so right. We don't have nothing to do with this. See, they like people like them, like Luna and the Orange Man. They like to be in people's business when it got nothing to do with them. They got to find. This is why we say, find you some business. You didn't have no reason to do what you did. Mind your business. Your business. The business you trying to cover up for us not to see. But you and everybody business is exposed. And I be telling y'all, y'all got to watch out for them folks that expose people business. Them be the main ones, I'm trying to tell you.
Don't say too much on television, but according to the 3 objectives that this administration,
if they not exposing business that be put out here, and we gonna talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Mind the ones that be sitting here, you know, like 2 quarters out here telling people, "Ooh, look who did this." Them business ain't clean either, baby. Mind your business.
outlined, everything is going according to plan. And so if you are asking me whether or not I support what the president has done, I do.
What we're talking about.
So, Luna, I want to ask you something. What's crazy to me is not too long ago you disagreed with the files. Y'all not answering the right questions. I need to be higher, CNN. But you is okay for him. And I'm going to tell you what he want to do to Gaza. He said he wanted to make it a resort and like a concubine for him and his concubines. So you okay for him to have concubines that go cheat on his wife? I always find it weird for a man that has a cheating problem to want to rule something. It's very narcissistic, but okay. Y'all fall for it all the time.
Can you just tell me really quickly, where have they killed thousands of Americans in America?
Come on now.
I didn't say they killed thousands of Americans in America. I said that they have been responsible for thousands of Americans being killed. And I think that that's easily something that you can verify. I don't know, state-sponsored terrorism for starters. Are you serious right now about that whole thing? I'm not going to list out exact specific locations. Are you talking
about the Iraq war where the US invaded Iraq?
You can start out by the 3 that they just killed. Okay, the whole point of your network, if you want to actually talk about the facts here, I'm giving you the facts. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about something that's commonly accepted and known.
Congresswoman, you don't have a good understanding of the
conflict. Well, I'm the one that's getting the briefings, not you. You're a pundit offering your opinion because you want clickbait, but aren't actually interested in the substance.
No, not at all.
We can talk about the fact that Obama sent millions upon millions of dollars to the Iranian regime. Or do you not want to address that because it's not?
He sure did. Baby, they under attack right now. Right now.
Supported by your opinion and your network.
No, not at all.
Is this really even something that we're going to actually get to substance here? Are you going to continue to talk this?
No, it seems like you just want to filibuster. It seems like you don't really want to have a good faith conversation.
Or you just don't like what I'm saying.
No, we would have invited you on the air.
This happens every time I'm on with you.
Yeah, you keep coming on every time, and you keep stating a lot of things that are incorrect.
The
United States launched an attack on Iran.
About it, except for you.
The United States launched a war against Iran right now. Iran retaliated, in which American members. Strikes. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but at the end of the day, the Iranians responded and killed 3 American service members. So what we're
agree, but let's be clear though, we saying that. But I want to tell you something though, Kohler, and I want you to understand. They already trying to hold people accountable, and it's funny how the UK jumped in because we already know Prince Andrew got held accountable, right? Let's be for real. He went against the grain, like his brother say. I ain't supporting him. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So let's be honest. He's most named. The reason they bring him up because he's named more than Jesus in the Bible, which is true. He is named deeply in it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I did a live about December where a woman, a representative, I'm not sure if she was over senator was it, I know, the Virgin Islands. And she was saying how, she was getting, they fired her because he was trying to tell on him that before that man left this earth, he was sending stuff to Congress and nobody did anything because they didn't know what to, at the time. But yeah, they fired that lady, man. No, it ain't. But like he say, his brother made the rules. He got to follow them. And that's just what it is. Yeah, Luna pick and choose. Luna get on my nerves. I'm about sick of Anna Luna, whatever her name is. Her wannabe from 304 friends to wannabe.
We're trying to get at is
Anna Luna and her wannabe 304 friends to holy. All them, let me tell you something. I don't care how many times you crawl to Jesus, you still got them bodies. You got to start that body over, baby. You can't. You got to be single for real.
You make an assertion on this air that it's not an invasion when America sends fighter jets and Israel sends fighter jets
Boots
into another
on the
country.
ground are not going to happen. Congress will not vote on war with Iran because that is not something that we support.
Where, can you just tell me really quickly, where have they killed thousands?
Israel has clear mission. Now you saying you don't support it, but you was just saying you support it. But since he ate you up, now you saying you don't support it now. And this old, I'm about sick of him. Mr. Leak information. He don't want to talk about them text messages he leaked out that they was already discussing. You know, I don't know why I'm combing my hair back. I'm losing hair on the side. It's still standing. I'm tired, boss. Comb my hair back. Comb my hair back and it's losing on the side. I ain't never seen a hairline that's fighting for their life. Anyway, let's see what he got to say. We don't care, but
as well, for which we are grateful. Capable partners, as we've said since the beginning, capable partners are good partners. Unlike so many of our traditional allies who wring their hands and clutch their pearls, hemming and hawing.
Pete! I don't know who you watching, Pete, but I need you to do a favor. Please stay out of people's chats. Why are you taking stuff from... This is what we be talking about. You use clutch your pearls when it matter. Why are you talking about clutch your pearls? Ain't nobody clutching no pearls. We already knew this was coming from y'all. The only people that clutch your pearls are the ones that like they surprised. Pete. Don't do that. Stay off social media. Clutch your pearls is for shade and stuff that we know. You got to leave that alone, brother. I don't even know if you brother in Christ, child, the way y'all be acting. You got to leave that alone. Clutch your pearls. It's for, oh, girl. You, come on now. Please, you're not down like Brandy. Leave it be.
About the use of force. America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history. B-2s, fighters, drones, missiles, and of course, classified effects. All on our terms, with maximum authorities. No stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise, no politically correct wars. We fight to win, and we don't waste time or lives. Israel has clear missions as well.
Pause. Pete, y'all don't fire a majority of the people, and the people y'all got, we're scared for them because they, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what is given to me.
If they
before I play this man, what is given to me. Yes, this sound like that's what it sounds like. Little boys in the playroom just throwing stuff everywhere to see the new toys they got. And it's kind of like, what are you doing? It's grown men acting like little boys, little ruckus, little Dennis the Menaces, and just, yeah, let's see what this is. Yeah, that's what it gives to me. And it's like, pipe down. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You give them a toy. Ooh, like, what the hell? Sit down. Like, what are you...
They get nuclear weapons and the means to deliver them, ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, they will threaten all of humanity. So we set out to...
Hold on. No disrespect to you, sir. But you've been targeting and messing with these people for a long time. I don't understand why you sitting here thinking, oh, well, I got... You, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Since let's be clear, you've been bullying them, and it's giving they bullying back, and y'all. Oh, let's be for real on that. We have seen how many people put Save Gaza. How long that's been going on, and who they said save from who? Come on now, I don't.
To protect ourselves, but in so doing, we protect many others. And I want to say special thanks to our great friend and a great leader of the world, Donald Trump, for joining us in this crucial effort to save the world.
Now, he does want to take over the world. Listen to his wordplay.
If they get nuclear weapons and the means to deliver them, ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, they will threaten all of humanity.
First, are there currently any American boots on the ground in Iran?
No, but we're not going to go into the exercise of what we will or will not do. I think it's one of those fallacies for a long time that this department or presidents or others should tell the American people this, and our enemies, by the way, here's exactly what we'll do. Here's exactly how long we'll go. Here's exactly how far we'll go. Here's what we're willing to do and not do. It's foolishness. And so President Trump ensures that our enemies understand we'll go as far as we need to go.
First, are there currently any American boots on the ground in Iran?
No, but we're not going to go into the exercise of what we will or will not do. I think it's one of those fallacies for a long time.
Listen, anybody that sat here and felt like he would make a great president, this y'all time to shine. This y'all time to shine. Get them kids out there. It don't make no sense. We didn't ask for this. We don't want this. It's enough going on. We trying to figure out how to survive. Nobody asked for no interference. Yeah, they out there stealing resources. Yes, that's what they doing. And I've been said that. Nobody asked for interference. Nobody asked to go out there steal no resources. We remember 9/11 like yesterday. Bush made sure we remember that. He made sure we will never forget. Never. Ever. We don't need a replay. I'm gonna play my girl Charmaine. She always to me. Let me share. No, there was something that was on the live. Oh yes, it's just starting to happen. It just. I'm gonna see if I can find that post. They just pulled somebody over here.
Strike on Iran. Iran fired back attacks on Israel and US bases across the region. So what does this mean for Africa? Well, this is a war. And when the world goes to war, scared money moves fast into oil, gold, and real assets. Africa is a commodity continent. And right now, every commodity Africa sits on just repriced. Let me break this down for you, right? Lives are being lost and that matters. But let me not cap. Trade does not stop for tragedy. We need to start thinking like them. The people who understand are already positioned. US officials confirm Iran's supreme leader has been eliminated alongside several top regime figures. Iran hasn't confirmed that yet, but if it holds, what we've just seen is literally just the opening act. The UK's Royal Navy confirmed that the Strait of Hormuz...
Kamala wasn't going to put a war out. I think Kamala would have been better. I'm going to say this. I said it before. I believe us as women, we know how to have conversations. We know how to big up an ego to where a man can get to work in our favor, right? And we know how to be coy and, laugh. Oh, would you like this and that? That's like, I always say, look at the women who ran Africa in certain parts of Africa, certain parts of the world. Has they ever had a war? Never. And that's why I understand if they had a war, it was for a reason. It was never because they felt this and that, but they knew how to get what they wanted and they got it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I felt like she could have, had a conversation. Let's talk. And that's how women are. Let's talk. We like to, let's talk. We don't like, we don't go to war for nothing. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Yeah. And they not going to yell at you. They not going to do this, and they not going to pacify you, but they going to be, you know what I'm saying? Conversation. Cause she don't raise her voice. Listen, me and her the same sign. Y'all would have got peace, love, and not war. You will only get war if need be. The Libras don't go to war for no reason. We gonna have a conversation with you. We gonna boost you up, child, and get what we want. That's just what she would have got what she wanted. And they would have got what they wanted. It would have been fair. Everybody would have had a fair playing field, but nobody wanted that.
Is effectively closed with tankers turning back. Iranian forces targeting oil vessels attempting to pass. 15 million barrels a day move through that strait. 1 in every 5 barrels on the planet. That flow has stopped. Crypto markets, which never closed.
It would have been, Libra is justice and peace. So you got to understand, she's a Libra. She would want it to be fair. It would be peaceful. It would have been love. It would have been, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you ain't gonna lie. Y'all would have been spoiled like a mother sucker, because that's what we do. We spoil people. And she would have spoiled the hell out of America. I'm just telling you right now. But y'all didn't want it. So, well, that's like picking, I'm going to toot my own horn. That's like picking Olivia when you can have a whole appetizer, and no shade, because I know some of y'all be over here from there, but you could have had an appetizer, a nice little meal, and a dessert with a glass of expensive wine and beluga. Like, that's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on now.
Are already showing oil around 5%. Gold has passed $5,464 an ounce. And analysts are calling.
Pause. I'm saying, let me say this next part. It's like picking the 70-cent pack of noodles over lavish, a lavish steak dinner. Like, that's just what it is. And that's what everybody getting now. Noodles.
$6,000 as the next target at the time of me recording. Silver up 8% in a single session. When mainstream markets open Monday, it's going to be curtains. Full crisis premium. Now, here's the Africa opportunity, and it's bigger than most people probably think, right? Nigeria and Angola export crude. Every $10 rise in oil adds $15 million a day to Nigeria's gross export value alone. A $20, $30 spike puts billions in play within weeks. Ghana, Tanzania, Mali, Sudan, Africa's gold producers are sitting on assets that just surged overnight. African commodity exporters across the board woke up today holding stronger hands than yesterday. Now to the risks, right? Because they're real. Most African countries import refined fuel. Oil goes up, food goes up. That's Tuesday morning at the market for real people. If I were advising the cabinet level right now, I'd say watch dollar debt. A stronger dollar makes every dollar denominated debt heavier overnight. Do not spend that windfall before building buffers. Boom moments become budget crises when spending runs ahead of reality. Africa has lived that cycle before. Treat this as a stress test, not a...
Y'all go follow my girl. So she's in the oil business in Africa, I believe. And her and her husband, baby, when I tell you, they work together. I love it. She be knowing what be going on. She be talking about, she's very educated.
Bonus. Fix the structural problem stopping you producing more. This window will not stay open. And if I were advising Dangote, I'd be like, plan this thing properly, please. That refinery is a geopolitical asset right now. Position Nigeria as a West African dependable refining hub while global routes are still in chaos. Generational window. Don't waste it. The opportunity is real. The risk is real. The difference between thriving and surviving is the quality of decisions made in the next few weeks. I can do a full breakdown if you want. Let me know if you want to go deeper, comment Iran, and otherwise like and subscribe if you love my content. The US and Israel just launched a coordinated joint strike on Iran. Iran fired back. Attacks on Israel and...
Charmaine be on it. Tell the effing truth. American soldiers are coming home in body bags because of Trump reckless. Yes, they are coming home. He's being told what to do by Israel instead of pursuing diplomacy like an American to avoid conflict that will cost American lives. Our military should not be serving Israel terrorist agenda. From what I'm hearing, they tried the same thing with other presidents and they said no. And Trump was the only person to do it. Let's be honest. Look at this. Look at, oh Lord have mercy. Look at all these, look at this. We knew something was going on when last year when they gave them steak and lobster for lunch and dinner. It's music playing, so I'm not going to do all of these soldiers. Oh, let me see if I can find that one about them. They just sent somebody home off the plane. And the coffin has a flag over it. I'm trying to find it. They just sent him home. Let me see if it's in their repost. Let me go to TikTok. I think they got it. Yeah, one just today just got sent home. Here we go. Yeah. This is I ain't gonna say what I want to say. There are 550 I think it was more than 3 that are coming home today that are gone, and he has not said anything, not a word, not a press conference, not knowing who these people's names are, not anything. I'm gonna play one last thing and we're gonna get up out of here because I gotta and I think I played it yesterday how they were unalived. Yeah, we're losing a lot of them. So sad. Play this about gas prices. Yeah, I ain't going yet, but I'm finna play this last
If
one.
you haven't filled up your gas tank, I suggest you do that shit now. Baby, Iran blew up Saudi Arabia's oil refinery. On top of the oil rig they took out the other day. Global oil prices are up $100 per barrel. And the global stock market has plummeted. Congratulations to Michael B. Jordan and the cast of Sinner. They cleaned up at the NAACP Awards and the SAG Awards. Michael B. Jordan better get that fucking Oscar. Baby, Barron Trump is trending. Send his ass to the front lines. Spain has said, you're not using U.S. bases over here to attack Iran. We don't want no fucking parts. Iran also took out the Israeli Air Force commander. Baby, they taking out everybody. And the Iranian officials said they're fighting Epstein criminals for unaliving and essaying children. Facts. Speaking of children, Israeli strike that stuck Iranian school, that death toll is up to 148. But I don't hear prayers for them. Y'all see the new trailer for Scary Movie? Millennial in me will be in the movie theaters. There were 2 mass shootings this weekend. One in Austin, which the FBI and the CIA are investigating, trying to say he was a terrorist because of his religion. We will not be distracted by that. And Zendaya and Tom Holland got married, y'all. Bruce spilt the tea.
Yeah, they did get married. Shout out to them. Scary. shout out to the Wayans brothers for having Scary Movie come out right now because they know millennials are in distress. Shout out to the Michael Jackson movie that's coming out because we need it right now. Michael didn't lie. They don't give a fuck about us. Shout out to all the people that's been standing 10 toes and telling us in their music about telling us with these movies. Shout out to sinners for telling us and giving a demographic of what it's like when they want to come and say peace and love and they don't mean no damn peace and love. Because let me explain something to you. It's, you know, shout out. All right. I will be back. If not with criminal, I do want to have some. I don't think I have any updates with criminals, but I do want to say in June, if you guys don't remember, I think I'm going to do a refresher for y'all about Carmelo Anthony, the young black boy that unalived his white bully at school. And we're going to talk about that a little bit because his trial is in June and I will be covering that trial. I will be there. I'm going to make sure I am there in June to cover that trial. I'm trying to see what day the trial is on, what date of June. But yeah, I will be there to cover it. So I will be back. What time is it? About 15, 20 minutes. And we're going to talk about it. Oh no. Extreme. Let me tell you who over this movie. Jackson family is over this movie. So it's really gonna be the truth and not what they try to put out like Lifetime, because them other ones, they could have kept that. they could have kept that. And I love Flex, but hell no. And his nephew will be playing him. So they could have kept that other stuff. But yeah, it's gonna really tell the truth about everything. And I'm happy for that. All right, y'all. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll be back in like 15, 20 minutes. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We're going to go over Carmelo Anthony because I do want to refresh y'all because the trial is in June and I will be there in June. So I just want to let y'all know that I will be at that courthouse. I'll see you guys in the next one. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.